Hello there, and welcome to the final of DoctorMind, aka Doctor Who Mastermind. If you don't know why we've changed the name, it's a pretty crap joke. Just watch one of the other 3 episodes. Not on the subject of pretty lame Mastermind-related jokes, I'm your host, Mr. Michael Michelson. We are rejoined by the winners of the previous 3 episodes that you'll hopefully have heard by now to try to compete for the title of DoctorMind champion and to win some glorious prizes, which I can officially announce now. And those prizes are a copy of Doctor Who The Writer's Tale, a Dalek keyring, and an audio adventure read by Matt Smith. So pretty big prizes up for grabs, and I think there's a lot of people that were keen just for bragging rights anyway amongst the 3 contestants here. Just for the sake of the audience and for the contestants, this is going to be more or less the same as the game you're familiar with, the previous rounds you played, but with 2 slight differences. The first one is that there will be no repeating of the specialist subjects. They will all be things that have been chosen that no one has previously picked in any of the previous rounds. And the second rule is that there's a slight change in the timing because we're in the final. So round 1, the specialist subject round, that drops from 2 minutes to 1.5 minutes. And round 2, the general knowledge round, drops from 2.5 minutes to just 2 minutes. So with that all in mind, I believe the contestants are all ready and raring to go. So without further ado, contestant number 1, if you could step up to the virtual black chair.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name, sir?
Xander Grogan.
And where are you from, if you don't mind us asking?
Huddersfield.
And just to, I'm not sure if you know this, but in your previous rounds, you finished with a score of 26, which was the highest of the 3 people here today. So that's why you're going first. But just remind us, what was your specialist subject?
Sorry, festive Doctor Who specials.
Festive Doctor Who specials, absolutely.
Christmas and New Year included.
Absolutely, that's right. I have questions ready for you. So if you're ready, I've got 1.5 minutes on the timer. You'll hear it ping when we're ready. You ready?
Yep.
What movie did David Tennant quote in his first full episode?
Lion King.
Correct. How did the Empress of the Rachnos die?
She drowned.
Correct. In A Christmas Carol, what is Kazran's response to the Doctor's assertion that time can be rewritten?
People can't.
Correct. This Victorian man was possessed by an entity known as the Great Intelligence. However,
Dr.
he was...
Simeon.
Sorry, repeat that?
Dr. Simeon.
Do you know the first name? I was going to ask full name.
Well, no, but just Dr. Simeon.
Okay, I'll put that down as a pass. It's Walter Simeon.
Yeah.
In The Time of the Doctor, what is ultimately revealed to have been behind the door containing the Doctor's greatest fear from the God Complex?
The crack which contained the Time Lords.
Correct. Who performed the song The Stowaway in Voyage of the Damned?
Oh, God. It's that bloody singer. Pass.
Pass, okay. Which festive special featured the character of Tasha Lem?
Time of the Doctor.
Correct. The spin-off pilot for K9 and Company aired over the festive period on December the 28th of what year?
1983.
It's 1981. In the Christmas Invasion, the 10th Doctor is able to regenerate a new hand as he says he's within the first how many hours
15
of his regeneration? Correct. In the Feast of Stephen, the first Doctor recognizes a man in the police station from an adventure in Jaffa in which previous serial? You can answer, that's fine.
The Crusade?
The Crusade is correct. Well done, Xander. At the end of that round, you have scored 7 points with just
no
the one.
way. There was no way that was 2 minutes. That went like in a bloody heartbeat.
I did explain it's 1.5 minutes in the final.
Oh, it's a minute. Oh, right. Jesus Christ, that went quick.
Yeah, that 1.5 minutes did. You got 1 pass. The pass who performed the Stowaway in Voyage of the Damned. The answer is Yamit Mamo.
Never heard of her. I just know it's the singer in the dress, and the Doctor barges on stage and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. This is an emergency. Get to the life," and he gets cut off by a heavenly host.
So you know quite a lot about the answer.
I know that. Don't know her name.
Fair enough. Well, so 7 is the score to beat. So Xander, well done. And if you'd like to take your seat back, and contestant number 2, if you'd like to step up to the virtual leather chair.
That is moi, is it not?
It is indeed. Hello, sir. What's your name?
I am Will Maddox.
Will Maddox, and do you mind if we ask where you're from?
I am in the England-ish area, more southern England.
It's good enough for me. And just to let you know, in your previous round, shall we say, you finished with a final score of 24, which was only 2 points less than Xander came out with, which is why you're going second here.
Okay.
And could you just tell us what's your specialist subject for this particular game?
My specialist subject is Cyberman stories, for they are my favorite villain, my favorite major villain of the show. So that
awesome, good choice. I do like a bit of Cybermen. So there'll be a minute and a half just to double clarify it to answer questions on Cybermen stories. The time will start as soon as you say if you're ready. So are you ready?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
And
I'm nervous.
Go. Okay. Which classic serial sees the first appearance of a Cybermat?
Tomb of the Cybermen.
Correct. What was the original name of Voga, the planet of gold, before it was renamed by Kelman?
Pass.
Okay. What's the name given to the new advanced type of Cyberman seen on a cybercar in Ascension of the Cybermen?
Cyberlords?
Warriors. Who plays Ashad, the lone Cyberman, in the last 3 episodes of Series 12?
Pass.
What pop song did Mr. Crane play in Rise of the Cybermen to drown out the screams of humans that were being upgraded?
The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Correct. Which classic series Cyberman story features the first usage of the Doctor's John Smith alias?
The Wheel in Space.
Correct. In Earthshock, how does the 5th Doctor destroy the Cyber Leader?
Adric's Gold Star badge.
Correct. Correct. Crushes it into his chest unit. In Rise of the Cybermen, where were the people that Lumic rounded up taken to be upgraded?
Battersea Power Station.
Correct. Perhaps the most famous Cyberman actor, David Banks, played a Cyber Leader in how many classic serials?
Earthshock, 5 Doctors, Attack of the Cybermen, Silver Nemesis. So that's 4, isn't it?
4 is correct. Well done. What's the only episode of the classic series in which the 3rd Doctor personally encounters a Cyberman?
The 5 Doctors.
It is the 5 Doctors. Well done. Unbelievably enough, Will Maddox, at the end of that round, you have also scored 7 points.
Oh,
this is going to be so tight.
Xander, you have 2 passes, which I'll just go over for you. Question 2, the original name of Voga was Neo Phobos. And question 4, the actor who plays Ashad was Patrick O'Kane. So, yeah, well done. We have a tie for the top, and so we'll see if our 3rd contestant can do any better. So thanks for joining for round 1, and if you want to take your seat back, Mr. Maddox, and contestant number 3, God help us if you'd like to come and sit on the virtual chair here.
Expecting someone else?
Indeed. What's your name, sir?
George.
And where are you coming to us from, if you don't mind me asking?
Hertfordshire region.
Hertfordshire region. George, in your first round, you scored 16 points. So safe to say you're the favourite going into this. But no, that's why you're running 3rd. But in fairness, you were part of the round where we only had a one-on-one fight because our 3rd player dropped out.
I'll take a pity to get through, so it's fine.
Having said that, what have you selected for your specialist subject in this final?
For some reason, the Colin Baker era.
Okay, the Colin Baker era. So you'll have a minute and a half that will start as soon as you're ready.
Be ready to be disappointed. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Go. Which animated webcast story is set on Kronos and features the Cybermen and the companion Evelyn Smythe?
Pass.
In the Ultimate 4, whose body does the Vailyard take over?
The Doctor's.
No, I was looking for Zon, the Keeper of the Matrix.
Yeah.
In Revelation of the Daleks, what hand of Davros's is destroyed?
Left.
It's the right.
Yeah.
What was the name of the planet ruled by the Rani on which her experiments had left the natives restless, requiring her to harvest chemicals that produce sleep from humans?
Pass.
Okay. More famous for his role in Blake 7, which actor played the Carphalon named Tekka in Time Lash?
John Nathan Turner.
No, it's Paul Darrow. In Attack of the Cybermen, what's the first new form that the TARDIS takes after landing in Totter's Lane with its imperfectly repaired chameleon circuit?
Is it Is it a Welsh dresser?
It's a French dresser, but I'll give you it.
Oh. The same thing.
Well, more or less. The mentors of which Syl and Kiv are notable members come from what home planet visited by the Doctor and Perry?
Pharos?
It's Thoros Beta. What rare precious mineral did the Doctor and Mel use to kill the Vervoids?
No idea.
I'll put that as a pass. And finally, I've started, so I'll finish. What were the newly regenerated Sixth Doctor's first words?
Change, my dear.
Ironically, it was what you said when you entered, which is you were expecting someone else. And yet, somehow you didn't get it. George, I appreciate the heck out of you coming in and making up the numbers. At the end of that round, you've scored 1 point with 3 passes that I need to go over.
To play for.
Everything to play for, indeed. You never know, you might be just a whiz at general knowledge. The animated webcast story was called Real Time, which was your first pass.
Oh, because there's so many of them bloody things. I forgot. Sorry.
Fair enough. The name of the planet ruled by the Rani was Myasimia Goria.
No, was never going to get that, even if you paid me.
Fair enough. And the rare precious mineral the Doctor and Mel used to kill the Vervoids was Vionesium. So
it's not real, so it doesn't matter.
Well, indeed. So at the end of that, as I said, 1 point, which kind of puts you in third place, shall we say? But if you'd like to take your seat back, we'll start the general knowledge round.
I am playing for laughs, so.
In the general knowledge round, we tend to go with the highest score first. But since we have a tie at the top, I'll go with the highest score again from the first rounds. So, Xander, if you'd like to take a seat, we'll do your general knowledge round first.
Yep, fair enough.
Hey, how's it going? You all right?
It was going good until I knew that it was going to be a tie for the top. Are we separated by passes? Or have we got the same number of passes too?
No, Will Maddox has 1 more pass than you, but you both have the score at the top. So
okay.
But yeah, anyway.
Tiebreak, it goes to passes.
It does, yeah. That's the only time it would matter about number of passes. But you all get the same amount of time and you all get your questions. So, Xander, remind us, what was your specialist subject in the first round that you won?
Oh, that was Ninth Doctor era.
Are you a fan of the Ninth Doctor? Is that your favourite?
Yeah, massive fan. I was pleased when I got the Steelbook. Managed to find it.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And just out of curiosity, who's your favourite monster or villain from the Doctor Who universe?
Probably the Daleks, definitely. Yeah. So they could beat the guy who loves the Cybermen any day. As they definitely said, we have 5 million Cybermen. How many are you? 4. We would destroy the Cybermen with 1 Dalek. You are definitive. You are superior in only one respect. You are better at dying.
That sounds like you're issuing some fighting talk to Will Maddox, but...
no, it's not. It's the same that Daleks would kick Cybermen any day. Just look at the evidence.
I know how competitive you are, so yeah, as I said, the general knowledge round in this final will be 2 minutes rather than the 2.5 that we previously did because it's the final. And if you're ready, I will set the timer away and get ready for your questions. Xander, are you ready?
Yep, hopefully my Wi-Fi survives.
If it goes out, we'll deal with that problem, but yeah, okay.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. In The Girl in the Fireplace, the Doctor met Madame de Pompadour. That's her title, but what was her real name?
Poisson. Madame Poisson.
Do you know the first name?
No.
No, I have to be strict. It's Renette Poisson, sorry.
Oh, Christ. Yes, it was.
Who played Grace Holloway in the TV movie?
Daphne Ashbrook.
Correct. What is the name of the university where the 12th Doctor is a lecturer?
St. Luke's.
Correct. In Smith and Jones, what did the Jadoon mark on the hands of all the humans?
It's an X. It's Black X.
An X, indeed, correct. A poll was held to choose an EastEnders character to appear in Dimensions in Time.
Oh, God.
Who were the 2 choices?
Oh, God. Big Nick and then the other one.
It was Big Ron and Mandy.
Yep.
Which character is played by Rhys Shearsmith in Sleep No More?
The bad guy. The Sleep Taker.
It's Rasmussen. On which planet did the Master find himself spending hundreds of years roaming the sewers in The Curse of Fatal Death?
Tercerus.
Correct. Who did the Beast first turn into a killer on Sanctuary Base 6?
Toby's head.
Correct. In the episode Tooth and Claw, what were the Doctor and Where were the Doctor and Rose supposed to be travelling to when they landed in 1879 Scotland?
Sheffield, 1979. It was to go see that concert.
It was indeed 6 questions. Sorry, that was correct. What was unique about Dimensions in Time that wouldn't be repeated until the day of the Doctor?
It was a global broadcasted episode.
I was looking for it was in 3D.
Oh,
there were other global broadcasts. Whose photos does the 12th Doctor have on his desk in his office at St. Luke's?
River Song and Susan Foreman.
Correct. In the end of the Shakespeare Code, what object were the Carrionites trapped in?
Crystal orb.
Correct. Yeah, and I wasn't in the middle of a question, so we'll end that there. At the end of that round, I am not going to tell you your score because Will Templar insists that for tension, so blame him, that we're going to reveal that at the very end.
Will Templar, I have a fault mark at my disposal. I will send it to your house by Royal Mail, which means it will never get to you, but still. I'll do Amazon Prime.
That was a very good round, I will say that, and you didn't have any passes, so there's nothing to go over. So if you'd like to take your seat, and Will Maddox, if you'd like to join us in the hot seat for a second.
Just as you said that, there was like a rumble of thunder outside, so it's like the weather's trying to frame me as like
that means I mean business.
So Will Maddox, just because I ask everyone, what was your particular special subject in the first round?
In the first round, wasn't it Cybermen episodes?
No, I meant the first match that you played.
Oh, the first video. It was Tom Baker, wasn't it?
Tom Baker, indeed. And I know that's not your favourite Doctor because somebody stole your favourite Doctor. We've been over this already. You're a huge second Doctor stan, as the kids say. And obviously, I don't need to ask who your favourite monster or villain in the Doctor Who universe is. We've covered that. I would assume it's the Cybermen, yeah?
Yeah, I love the Cybermen. They're great.
Awesome. Do you have a second favourite, just for argument's sake?
I guess. Oh, Davros. Ooh,
Davros. Good call. I do like a bit of Davros. Right. So, Will Maddox, in the first round, you scored 7 points. So, your general knowledge round will be 2 minutes, and it will start whenever you say you're ready. So, are you ready?
I suppose so. I am nervous, but
don't be nervous. You know the drill. Just pass any you don't know, and once the time's up, you'll hear the bleep. So, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bear with me. Jean Marsh played Morgana in Battlefield. What 2 First Doctor serials had she previously appeared in?
The Crusade and the Daleks Master Plan.
Correct. What was the key that kept the Beast locked up in the Impossible Planet two-parter?
It was 2 jugs.
2 vases, but I'll give you. Correct. Which classic Doctor appeared with Noel Edmonds to playfully mock him and introduce Dimensions in Time
John
episode
Pertwee.
1? Correct. Which story was the first to feature Derek Jacobi as an incarnation of the Master?
Scream of the Shalka.
Correct. In what month in 2003 was the New Who revival announced?
Ooh, pass.
Okay. What book is the 7th Doctor reading at the start of the TV movie?
The Time Machine by H.G. Wells.
Correct. What 2002 Big Finish audio told the origin story of the Mondasian Cybermen?
Spare Parts.
Correct. The final episode of the classic series aired on what date?
It's December 1989. I don't know the exact day.
I can't give you 6th of December. Got to be strict in the final, sorry. Which story was the last to be filmed of the classic Who era?
Ghostlight.
Correct. John Sessions plays which enemy of the 12th Doctor?
Pass.
Okay. Who wrote Scream of the Shalka?
Paul Cornell.
Correct. Which Doctor features in the animated webcast of the unreleased Sharda made to celebrate Doctor Who's 40th anniversary?
Paul McGann, the 8th Doctor.
Correct. Jamie Matheson wrote or co-wrote how many 12th Doctor stories?
4.
Correct. Who wrote the episode Survival as well as the New Who episode The Eaters of Light?
Rona Munro.
Correct. Which Wilderness Years video game featured the last appearance of Anthony Ainley as the Master?
Destiny of the Doctors.
Destiny of the Doctors is correct. So, again, can't reveal how you did in that round because of Will Templar. Blame him, but I will say very well. You did very well indeed. And I will go over, you did have 2 passes, and those were In what month in 2003 was the New Who revival announced? It was September. And John Sessions voiced the character Gus from Mummy on the Orient Express. So that was the enemy of the 12th Doctor. So if you'd like to grab a seat, we'll reveal all at the end, or rather somebody will. And George, if you'd like to step up and face this insurmountable task.
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. So, George, remind us, what was your specialist subject in your first match that you played?
It was the 10th Doctor, wasn't it?
10th Doctor. Well, I don't recall, but if it was, you're a man after my own heart, my own personal favourite Doctor. So, yeah, awesome work. And just again, because I've asked everyone, do you have a favourite monster or villain in the Doctor Who universe?
I'd have to say it would be Noel Clarke.
Oh, that's not making it into the episode. Would you like to say something else?
The Sontarans maybe, but they're due a good story.
Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. We've got a series coming up, so don't know who.
Which they're definitely not in.
Well, wink, wink. As I said, you scored 1 point in your previous round. So you've got 2 minutes to gather as many general knowledge questions as you can. Any you don't know, of course, you can just say pass. George, are you ready?
Let's win this thing. Let's go.
3, 2, 1. The 3W Institute features in which 12th Doctor story?
Dark Water?
Correct. Lisa Bowerman, who played Kara in Survival, became more famous for playing which character adapted from Virgin New Adventures novels?
Oh, shit. Pass.
Pass, okay. Colony Sarf is an envoy of which recurring villain?
Davros.
Correct. Roughly a year after the broadcast of Survival, the 7th Doctor and Ace returned along with K9 in a children's educational program called what?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll put it as a pass. What story takes place on Le Verrier Space Station?
Not a clue, pass.
Fair enough. What is Ace's hometown?
Oh, man. Why don't I know any of this? This is terrible. Do I even watch this show? Pass.
You tell us. Oh, dear. You tell me. The actor Philip Maddox played a villain in 2 Patrick Troughton stories. One was The War Games. What was the other?
I was going to make a guess.
Mm-hmm.
And say... Is it up? Tomb of the Cybermen, I don't know.
It was The Crotons. What movie is... Fair enough. What movie is Pete watching on TV in the morgue when the 7th Doctor regenerates into the 8th?
Is he watching Frankenstein?
He is indeed.
Yes.
Correct. What is the relationship of the landlord to Eliza in Knock Knock?
He's her son.
He is indeed. Correct. What planet is Adric from?
Some crap planet that does maths. Pass.
I'll put that as a pass. What does the 11th Doctor call Colonel Manton?
Colonel Runaway.
Correct. Oh, George. At the end of that round, well, I can't reveal your score for, reasons, but I will say you did better than round 1, so we know it's more than 1.
That's
so
what I aim for.
If we just bear with me, you also have 5 passes that I'll need to go over for any viewers that
I'm
may
going to kick myself at some of
they
these.
want to know. Lisa Bowerman is famous for playing the character of Bernice Summerfield.
I can remember a pissing name.
The children's educational program that featured the 7th Doctor and Ace was Search Out Space.
I was going to say like The Science of Doctor Who or something, but that sounds like the Brian Cox one.
Yeah, fair enough. What story takes place on the various space station? It was Sleep No More, which we've talked about.
Oh, that was boring. Who cares?
Ace's hometown is Perryvale, which I thought was a relatively easy question, but never mind. And Adric, again, relatively easy, but he was from the planet of Alzarius, which, I mean, I'm tempted to give you a point because it is a crap planet that's good with maths, but unfortunately, I can't.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm going to win, Mike, so you could give me a pity.
I can't. It's the final. We can't do that. So if you'd like to take your seat back with the others, and I will just explain that because this is the final, if you're familiar with the quiz show Mastermind, what we do is we invite a special guest in to hand over the trophy for the ultimate winner, who has also demanded that he will give the final scores along with it. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome our special guest, Who Game Shows himself. Welcome, Will.
Woo. Hey, it's my time. Woo. Do you guys want to hear a joke?
Go on.
Is it my score?
Two silents walk into a bar. I forgot the rest. That didn't hit. I'm so sorry. I've been drinking. What does the Dalek say when it's drunk? Intoxicate. Now.
Oh, my word. I didn't agree to have you on to do your stand-up set.
Well, give up. He's actually in the right mood. We all need a drink.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes, we do. Now, well done to everyone. All played very well done. For the winner of DoctorMind 2021 is... Let me get my clearly presented.
Shall we go through the scores in reverse order? Will, do you want to
you gave me a script and you just told me to reveal the answer, but okay. In third place, with a total of 6 points, is Xander.
What?
I'm of course joking. It's George. It's George. Yes.
Michael, can we ban him?
I even got really surprised then. I definitely didn't do that.
Will's
Definitely didn't come
intoxicated.
second.
He's not of mental capacity.
I'll try not to derail this too much. Second place.
Crash this train. Crash this
Shut up.
I
I have my shark.
With a total of 15 points.
Ooh.
There's 4 points in it.
Oh, God.
Second place, Xander Grogan. That means Will Maddox is our winner today. 19 points.
By the way, I've had my mic muted for the last 10 minutes because the hail is really strong here.
Now you can go out onto the street and celebrate. Rip the shirt off. Woo! I do have the scores for the second round. George scored 5 in the second round for a total of 6. Then
I never would have guessed if I got 1 in the first.
Xander scored 8 in the second round for a total of 15, and then Will, of course, you scored 12 to come to a total of 19.
Wow.
So well done.
Well done, guys.
Brilliant.
It was, very close. We all did very well, but all that's left is to present the virtual trophy and explain the prizes. Then, Will Templar.
You what?
Awesome. Congratulations again. Congratulations again, Will Maddox. We'll put a little graphic or something in there probably when we're doing it. But yeah, so there will be some prizes winging their way to you if you want to send me a DM on Twitter or whichever method you prefer, which is private. We'll get that sent to you. But yeah, thanks everyone for playing. It was a very close game in the end between at least two of you. But yeah, I appreciate everyone taking part and everyone gave it, I think that you all gave it your all, whether that was Doctor Who knowledge or just pure comedy. So thanks again to all of you for taking part. And thanks again to the DoctorMind 2021 overall champion, Mr. Will Maddox. Well done.
I'm honored to win.
You've won a massage from John Barrowman.
Oh, no! No!
That's not making it in either. So thanks again, guys, and all that's left for me to do is to say I hope you've enjoyed this little experiment, this 4-episode little tournament of DoctorMind, Doctor Who Mastermind. Massive thanks to Who Game Shows for giving me his expertise, his editing knowledge, and his internet space. Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks to all of the many contestants who took part, from the worst to the best of you, and keep appreciating Doctor Who, keep loving it.
Disclaimer, no one's ever the worst.
The real winner here is Toby from
I've slid my postage details in your DMs. So
awesome. Well, as soon as I can afford to, I will get the prizes sent
like
to you.
A runner on Doctor Who in 2004.
I'll be back next year, don't worry.
And we may see you all, depending on how well this goes down, we may see you back for another game show. I know you're all keen, and Xander, there was only, as we said, 4 points in it, so there might have to be some kind of rematch somewhere along the way. So,
I don't know.
Congrats, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.